Hi, it's Pavita and welcome to my room. Since today's video is like short and all of the place, just like all of my other videos, I thought of ending this one with the mini room tour. So a little backstory, I'm actually a Malaysian student studying under a medical double degree program in Indonesia. For short, it's called the UKM-UNPAD double degree program. This is like a collaboration between two government universities of Malaysia and Indonesia. I don't think a lot of people will be watching this video, but then if you accidentally come across this and you would like to know more about this program, then you can just let me know or ask me and I will maybe do a separate video on that, but only if someone wants to know, which I don't think so. Okay, so let's cut this short. Let's get into it. So when you first walk in my room, there's this antique wooden rustic door. It's just a door. I'm just trying to make it sound more interesting. And on this door, there's this hook that I did not put up. I mean, I did put up the hook, but then the screw I did not. Maybe the person before me broke the rules and screwed it, and I just needed a space to hang my jackets and belts, so I made use of it. So from here, if you walk to the left side of my room, there's actually this sad looking DIY that I made. It's supposed to be like this memory wall kind of thing, but then it just did not turn out the way that I wanted it to, and I don't know what else to talk about this thing. Let's move on. So if you see here, there's this cute little keychain hanging on the wall. Recently, me and my classmates went to this orphanage home to do a social service. There's this girl, she actually handmade this. It's really cute actually. So right down this memory lane, I have this huge unorganized clothing rack. You might be wondering why I needed this space-consuming clothing rack when I could have just used the cupboard instead. But I'll tell you later why. It has something to do with the cupboard that actually came with this room. So I just needed a clothing rack. This rack is so unorganized because I have clothes from all different colors, all different types, and I just gave up trying to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. I have no idea how. So let's keep it real. Over here I have my blazer, my university's blazer, my lab coat, and all of the clothes that I wear to class. It consists of like dresses, shirts, blouses, and also a few of those Indian tops and Indian attires. And I have my neck pillow here, so essential, and also the towel. Moving on to the right side of my room, there's this big cupboard that actually came with the room, and on top of that there's this huge luggage that I initially came here with. Inside of that there's another hand carry luggage that I use when I'm traveling. I also kept some boxes from moving in because I might need them to move back to Malaysia later on. So this cupboard has 4 shelves and 1 drawer on each side. On the topmost shelf I keep all of my breakfast stuff. I also have some Oreos and biscuits to snack on. On the second shelf I keep all of my girl stuff, perfumes, hair oils, extra shampoos, just girl stuff. In the first drawer I have my socks, towels, and also leggings. Lots and lots of leggings because they're comfortable. In this third shelf I keep all of the cooking supplies like spices and... oh no, the lighting's so bad. Let me try and fix this. There you go, much better. So right now what you see is this table light that I'm using to fix the lighting. Multitasking at its best. So in the third shelf, as I was saying earlier, we have all the spices, the cooking supplies, salt, pepper, and some pasta sauce and tuna. I need to stock up since the fasting month is coming up. I also have bread and oats and milk powder at the back because I need a heavy breakfast. This last shelf is probably the messiest, not that the others are cleaner anyways, but I have the boxes that the electrical appliances came in. For example, this lamp. There are also other stuffs that I bought and haven't had the time to sort out, so let's just forget about this shelf, okay? And the second side of the cupboard is exactly the same as the first side, and that's exactly why I needed that huge clothing rack, because there's no space to hang my clothes, and I don't like to iron my clothes every day. I prefer to iron them all at once. It's a lot easier. So I got that clothing rack to hang all of my ironed clothes. On this top shelf I have my bow's handle or riser. I actually play archery, so this is the handle of the bow. The second shelf's allocated for all of the t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts and jackets. Next are all of the pants, my sleeping pants, track pants, jeans and also the pants that I wear to class. In the last shelf I just have plastic bags and laundry bags and so on, nothing important. So next off, there's this rack that came with this room. On this top shelf I actually made like a little pantry situation going on. This is where I make my breakfast. It's also where I actually get ready in the morning because there's this huge mirror up here. Hello. All of my plates and cutleries and stuff are here. On the other side I have this little rack where I keep all of the garlic, ginger and onions, and on the top rack I usually keep the snacks that I want to grab quickly while I'm studying. I promise it was full, but then I just ate all of them. And that's actually my dinner. Since I have a lot of work, I decided to just order delivery food tonight. So beneath the pantry is actually the fun stuff. I have all of my medical books. These are the basic books that you need as a medical student. I also have my lab manuals and some exercise books, some papers. Next I have a mini electric stove, a rice cooker and a container filled with rice obviously, and lots of containers or Tupperwares as you may call it. Asians definitely cannot live without Tupperwares. Beside this rack I have my broom and dustpan to keep my room clean as always, and then I have this rack or shoe rack that actually came with this room. So it's actually in the dry section of the toilet. Beside this rack is my study table, and as you may have noticed by now, everything in this room is like wood and old-fashioned, and that's because this university is like 60 years old, so that explains the furnitures. In the first drawer I keep all of my stationeries. I actually go crazy on stationeries. Every time I go back to Malaysia I pack a lot of them because I don't always go back to Malaysia, and I'm very picky when it comes to stationeries. I need to use the stationery that I'm comfortable using. The second drawer is filled with things that aren't supposed to be lying around. Chargers, and more chargers, and some universal adapters, containers of electronics again. That's about it. And then I have my insect repellents and room spray. This is because previously up there it was just holes, like this long hole for ventilation purpose, and insects used to be flying in, especially during the rainy season. On the desk I actually have this floral mat for me to use it when I'm cutting vegetables or something on the desk, so that I don't stain the wooden table. So here I have my vitamins and probiotics and medicines and stuff. Next I have this cute little fan that I got. It's not like I use it most of the time. And then I have some basic study table stuffs here, a cellophane tape, a container filled with markers since we use a lot of markers here. And then I have this speaker that I recently got. It's small, affordable, portable, and the sound is really good since my laptop speaker isn't working. Beneath the speaker I have this jar that my best friend gave me. She asked me to fill it in with notes of my achievements, my goals, or when I'm having a bad day, and I usually like to read it over and over again. So Pavi, if you're watching this, don't worry, I'm filling it in, okay? There are actually ice cream sticks with quotes on it in this jar. Again, my best friend gave it to me. And these 3 roses were actually given by my classmates when I was sick in the hospital. It was really sweet of them actually, so I kept it there. And on this wall I have this collage of photos that I actually made. It's actually photos of the closest people in my life. That's my best friend from 13 years ago. That's my best friend from social media. That's my best friend from archery, and I've known him for 10 years. And that's my best friend from matriculation college. And that's my squad in matriculation college. It's Hype Squad. That's another squad in matriculation college. And that's my voluntary aid detachment badge photo. And then we have Cody Simpson again and my current classmates. Last but not least, my family. And then I have a mini prayer section over here. I usually have candles around, but then I just didn't light them up today. And that's the chair that came with this room. I probably didn't need to explain that. Finally, the bed and this decoration thing that I just recently did. It reminds me of my bedroom at home. It makes me less homesick. And actually there's a drawer on this side of the bed and on the other side. On this side I keep all of my bags, like handbags and stuff. On the other side I just keep my bed sheets and extra blankets. So I decided to not show you guys the bathroom because that might be a bit inappropriate. So I'll just insert a photo right now. It's just a basic dorm room bathroom. The good thing is they do have hot and cold water, and we do need that because the weather here is like below 27 degrees Celsius most of the time, and when it rains it just could drop down to 20 or 19 degrees Celsius. That's cold for me because in Malaysia it's usually over 30 degrees. So I'm not used to having a cold weather. I'm not sure how I'm gonna survive if I go to 4 seasoned countries. So I think I've covered my whole room, and I guess that's it. If my family is watching this, then I hope that you can finally understand what my room is like. And that's all. So bye bye, I'll see you again.